Hello and welcome to SteveKnows. Today it is time for the weekly news update, and we have Sony bowing down to support PCVR. The Quest 3 Lite is on the horizon. Franchised games coming to VR, Meta asking for Apple for feature support, and so much more. So I think that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. So at this point, I think it's no secret that the PlayStation VR 2 has not been performing how Sony wished it had. And now they're trying to do something to kind of turn it around. This announcement almost screams defeat. They had a meeting where they got the team around, everyone together and said, bang your heads together, we need to keep the consumer happy with the PSVR 2. I know. Let's make it compatible with PCVR. What a freaking marvelous idea. We did speculate this feature on the headset's release, but expected a modder to create some mapping, not directly from Sony. So this lovely egg was hidden in a blog post right about here. We are currently testing the ability for PlayStation VR 2 players to access additional games on PC to offer even more game variety in addition to the PSVR 2 library available through PS5. We hope to make this support available in 2024. For me though, this is just a little too late. It should have been done at launch. The headset's cost is £500, the same as the Quest 3, a wireless standalone device, which also has USB-C connection support if that's what you wanted to connect it to a PC as well. But it could also be wireless. It has a high resolution display. It has matching refresh rates, matching field of view to the PlayStation VR 2, but PSVR does have eye tracking, but this isn't a feature that's widely used, only a select few experiences, so you wouldn't miss out on much in the mainstream scene of VR. However, the PSVR 2 does have an OLED panel, which could be the decider for many PCVR folk. It's a huge issue with Quest at the moment. Get rid of the LCD. And if you own a PC and the PlayStation 5, because you want to enjoy Microsoft's exclusives and Sony's exclusives, then this headset could be the one headset to rule them all. And we haven't even touched on mixed reality and other supported features. It deserves a dedicated video, but I'm just afraid of commitment. I'm curious to see how this plays out. Now something interesting, the Quest 3 Lite could be on the horizon, not Horizon Worlds, as Meta are up to their old tricks once again. So it looks like Meta have taken the 256GB model of the Quest 2 and made it unavailable. It's out of stock in all 22 supported countries. This is speculation, it could be a supply chain issue. But last time they discontinued a product, they replaced it with another model for the same price. When the Quest 3 was releasing, they raised the prices so it would seem more competitive, then dropped them again post-release. Could this be the release of the Quest 3 Lite, or is this just slowly the dying end of the Quest 2, slowly pulling it from market so the Quest 3 can reign? The Quest 3 Lite would basically be a Quest 2 due to the Fresnel lenses, just with more power behind it at a lower price point thanks to the XR2 Gen 2 chip. I get why you would pull the old system. What do you guys think? I'm hoping we're going to see that new cheaper headset. More people onto Quest 3, bigger and better games, you know, the usual cycle. Do you guys know that saying, if you don't ask, you don't get? Or is that a British thing? Please let me know, because Meta asked Apple, after Zuck, by the way, posted his lovely video on how his product is so much better than Apple's. They've asked to let Apple AirPlay be integrated with Meta Quest devices so you can stream your Apple mobile phone content into your VR headset. If I was Tim, I would say no just out of spite. Can we please have this feature that would make your closed ecosystem and device even more pointless for your customers? Thank you. Sure thing, Zuck. Especially after apparently they didn't even let their own mobile apps be supported inside the Apple Vision Pro. They opted out. Obviously, I like this feature. I'd like to see more VR integration with Life. And they're only asking right now. It doesn't indicate when or if we will even see this. I just kind of find it funny that the situation that they're in, and then they've got their tail between their legs. Please support us. I know we didn't help you, but help us. Next, Meta are close at providing neural network interactivity into their Meta devices. I was really tempted to make a big song and dance over this story. I just can't. It was almost like it was a passing comment on a talk show. So Meta bought CTRL, Control Labs, at the start of this standalone VR era. Some of you may not have been a part of this community back then. So this company was creating neural linked products that would enable some impressive things such as keyboard typing on a table with no keyboard, hand tracking by monitoring your nerves and your tendons, a product that would solve the lack of feedback from hands-free use. So on a talk show, Zuck said, "We're close for this technology to be at a level where we can create a product from it in the next few years." So, Quest 5 features then? And that's kind of as deep as it went. Doesn't say it, that's something wrong. Moving on, let's talk about something a bit more fun. I feel so corporate with all of these exec comments and decisions being reported. This is the weekend, for crying out loud. So a very impressive VR game and nearly earning itself a VR Staple Award, which isn't a real thing, by the way. It's just some VR games you just say are staples in the community, like Superhot and Beat Saber. So this game is The Wanderer, where you complete puzzles and time travel to historic moments in human history, like the moon landing. They are releasing a remake of this game that will be playable on standalone hardware, PlayStation VR 2 and Steam, bringing new gameplay mechanics, better visuals, full-body avatars, exploration, new weapons, a new combat system, and new levels. It's almost like the previous game that they released was to test the waters, and it did so well, it was so loved, they decided to go super hard, and the trailer makes this game look like a brand new experience. It looks incredible, I'm so excited. And another exciting announcement for a game, this is an iconic franchise coming to our VR platforms. So recently the community have been a little disappointed in the franchise to VR department. Even the game that this title is based upon, Sniper Elite, didn't do too well. But I loved this game. I'm a zombie fan. I got the millennial zombie bug. So Zombie Army is coming to VR and it will feature a 2-player cooperative campaign set in World War II in Europe. This trailer looks intense. Although it is PlayStation VR 2 footage, the Quest version could end up looking like a piece of paper, but I am pumped. I really do like seeing these franchises brought to VR because it builds hype and excitement over this medium. This is apparently coming sometime this year. And also to touch on, Xreal Games on Twitter showed off some Quest 3 enhancements, although it was only a photo, coming to Zero Caliber. I suspect they were working on Zero Caliber 2 and they decided to bring some of the lessons that they learned to their existing game. And if any game needed it, it was Zero Caliber. It was like a flat N64 paper looking visual, and now with the enhancements, the helicopter, the environments, they look lifted. They look like they pop in 3D and have life. This game was such a fun cooperative experience. To see it have this visual upgrade when it desperately needed it gets me super excited. Maybe now the game will feel and look and play the way that it deserved and they intended. So thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you found something here to get you excited, to get you through the next week. If you're interested in hotel stays, please check out my other channel I just started with the wife. We just visited a converted prison, which is pretty crazy. But for now, have a great week, happy gaming, good day!